Blammo. Ooh. Blammo, there we go. That's better. Oh boy, just getting everything organized again. This happens when you unplug things and rearrange things, everything breaks. Hey, it's YouTube Veldak. Wow, that's really quiet. Why is that so quiet? Try that again. It was like imperceivably quiet, that was. That's better. So that's what happens when you touch things. Things break. Alright, excellent. That started. Here we go. Hello, how we doing? You have the appropriate amount of honkage. It's kind of sad. Oh no, there's a different one. There's one of the platform shots had trees and grass in the middle, and that was removed. This one was also added. I do like that they even made the frozen bit for around the Aquilo woob. Anyway, continuing on. So a few things have changed, as always. One of these odd jobs, it's always odd jobs, that I've been putting off is rearranging how all this stuff works. Yes. So the biggest problem with the super simple system that I've been using works, you know, we have planet request, planet request, planet request, planet request, is it means if I'm requesting like inserters or build or something, I'm keeping a stock of the sum of all counts. So in the background, what I did was I collated all of the legendary supplies together into a single list. That is what this platform picks up as it goes around the solar system. You know, like right now it's demanding cryogenic plants and it's not getting satisfaction. But it is, however, getting legendary long inserters, which is something that you definitely want. And as a result, I've taken them out of all of these planet requests. So these are all irregular requests, I think you could call it. Irregular requests, not necessarily consistent supply requests. I mean, this platform isn't going to be, well, one of the jobs for today is to actually decommission the early Aquilo platform. And actually, while I was doing it, I sent it around to scoop up all the garbage as well. Because this thing, so one of the problems with this platform, because I want to decommission it, for a start, it runs on nuclear, and I kind of want, well, I somewhat want to spin down, like not have to send nuclear fuel up to a platform. Not that it really matters, as it turns out. When I built this thing, I didn't know what, this is a tangent again, I didn't know what I actually needed. And as it turns out, it's a lot less than what I actually needed. And also, you can just jettison spent fuel cells off the side of the platform with reckless abandon, which is hilarious. It might not happen this time as well, but it also likes to crash into stuff, and it's also quite slow. So yeah, this thing, it's time to be decommissioned. So when it gets back round to Narvis, we're going to pull it apart. Having said that, I've round up all of the old platforms, and they've all been replaced with their more modern counterparts, like so. You probably need a bit more tweakage, but yeah. So I've been modernizing all those except for that one. That's beside the point. Yeah, with the eventual objective of having it controlled by a combinator, so you don't interact with this directly, you interact with the combinator instead. I just got to. So the only reason I haven't done it yet is I still need to think about how that actually works. Now that all that rambling's done, you bought an external mic on a boom arm yesterday. Need to do some audio setup. Ooh, fancy. I should potentially do that one day. I mean, I've been a stick on. I've been stuck on the headset for the longest time. Like I've been hanging out on that one forever. Haven't gone the full streamer setup yet. Still. Also, I've grown the biter breeding, captive biter breeding concern. I was doing some experiments with just recycle grinding the eggs. The conclusion is it's not great. It's really not great. Like this thing's just oh, you're... Oh no, you're not the fancy... You're the one. Yeah, you're begging for legendary biter eggs, but you're not getting legendary biter eggs. And that seems to check with everything else. Oh yeah, I tweaked that too. I did an experiment. I mean, this is sort of already known. You can intuitively see it when you look at the stats for a recycler. It only it destroys 75% of what goes in, and up to 4 quality modules worth of improvement, which means the quality is plus 24.8%. Which means that most of the time you're going to be destroying whatever you put into it. But what it also means is you can't recycle grind. You're better off crafting up and then recycling what you don't want from that. Which means that this is actually quite effective. It is also very starved of triangles, and that is basically where this point is leading, is that I can easily make everything here except for the triangles. And so part of what this system here does, as well as recycle grinding, all this stuff, it also just separately just straight up recycle grinds triangles, which is very inefficient. And as it turns out, intuitively you can actually see that it just eats triangles and doesn't really produce anything of measure from it. It's actually more effective to grind up big mining drills, because these take like 50 or 20 a piece. Yeah, you take 50 a piece, so it's more effective to grind up crafted one, grind up the crafted thing with a chance of it giving back legendary, or just turning into legendary, or at least turning into, leveling it up so you can have another chance at crafting at a higher level. The 300... Hey, Slazer and Hingry, assume the 300% prod recipes are the exception. Well, those need prod mods to get to the 300... Oh, no, actually. Those... I mean, the 300% prevents a number of exploits. I'm just trying to think, because that's blue circuits, that's steel, rocket parts. Speaking of, so while I've been doing tinkering, science has been ticking away. It's actually up to 4.4k a sec right now. I popped some legendary everything's in here, and it's actually at 300% now. I didn't expect to see that. Like, I was going to hover over this. That must have been... happened a little while ago. So yeah, it's now 291. It's not far off. It's very close to, but yeah. So you're... See, you're only 102. Interesting. That actually does change the direction that I go in. Are you still here? You are. Probably waiting on legendary mining drills. So while I was recollating everything and redoing everything, I pushed everything up to legendary, and as a result, there's a huge drain. It's actually been pretty good. It's got 168 legendary big mining drills, which is a fair accomplishment in its own right. I might bump this to 100 as well. So I'm not unhappy with that. That's a good result. There's actually, even on Gleba, the recycle grind of the... where is it there? It's produced a modest number of of legendary stack inserters. I'm pretty much riding on epic and rare blue doots. Rare. I do not remember the names, but it's easy to go by color. Shapes and colors, doots and the color it emits. Future me problems that I don't want to deal with is actually fixing this and all that jazz. I'm actually amazed that these haven't rotted away yet. I would have thought they would have, because everything in in here has gone off. Yeah. The current plan with Gleba is to eliminate. I'm going to pack up the entire train network. It's just completely unnecessary. I'm already at the point of the game where I can't make use of it. Smooth and wrinkled. Yeah. So those are the smooth brains that seem to be holding out, and these ones are the wrinkled brains. Yeah, currently what I'm thinking, I think I mentioned this last time, is slap down signs somewhere down here, away from spawn, so I can at least somewhat make use of the sort of train system. I mean, I'm making use of stone, and I need to recycle grind biolabs, which I haven't done yet. Speaking of, they need they need pentapod eggs, so that's a whole thing. Of which I need pentapod eggs, because apparently they all escaped their chamber at some point, and I don't know when that happened. That's also inconsistently stacked, by the looks of things. There's all future me problems. Alright, so since you're coming this way, we're going to grab old Gleba, and we're going to junk it. Just do that. And might as well just jettison everything. Like that, like that. Having thought about it, why don't I add a new space platform? Can I actually change? Oh, I can change that. Huh. Oh. Can I, like, do that? That actually... no. Oh well. I don't know what to call it. The, I guess it's the, this will be the science... effectively the science, delivery. We'll need a few of these. There. So you... might as well just jettison it. Delete it, if that's the end of that. Biolabs and biochambers? Yes. Well, I need both, actually. I need biolabs, which is... biolabs is what I want to do instead of recycle grinding eggs, so I can get more legendary biter eggs, potentially. And biochambers needs pentapod eggs, which is a whole separate story. Tempted to add another one, but I don't know what to call it. And that'd just be the oh, is there like a just the presence delivery shuttle. Or the let's call it that. Narvis at the put Narvis at prefix it with Narvis. So what do we want to do? We want to go to all the planets. And then like that say? Ozpost. No, we want to actually I have the spelling right in front of me. I don't know why I'm NAUVS. Yeah, Narvis Post. No. That's place. Splat Splorm. We need to set that to legendary. AUVS Narvis Post. Alright, you. So I've been also busy collating my platform blueprints and blueprints in general, somewhat. That can probably be deleted. And so I've consolidated my early and late game ones. You know, early platform, crappier early platform, basic Aquilo, basic science, flying science, the cargo one that I've been building for the inner planets. This is the cargo one that I'm going to place. This is an idea that I've been toying around with for a long time, and I'm finally somewhat happy with it. I also saved the legendary one and the Go-Go Mobile. So we want to bop that there. There we go. Yes, I do have legendary platform hubs. As it turns out, this thing unlocks the full potential of legendary items. Like, it's just made legendary everything so easy. Because legendary platform starter pack, all it needs is steel processing units and platform foundation. It drops that. This platform drops legendary steel. It drops circuits, which get turned into advanced circuits, which get turned into processing units. Simples, and then in turn that can be used to make that. The platform foundation, it's just steel and wire, and no, I can't productivity it. Otherwise, I would. And yeah, so we just make the make the gears and the wire, and it's done. It's actually ridiculous. Do you use the legendary asteroids get legendary LDS? Yes, yes I do. That's it right here. It makes legendary coal out of the asteroids, which in turn makes legendary plastic. That's this lot here. Yeah, it synthesizes legendary coal. It smelts its own iron plate and copper plate. It also smelts its own steel, crafts its own circuit. Oh, another one of those have appeared. It receives. Oh, it also stores calcite. It receives the red circuits and the processing units from Narvis. It receives the superconductor sticks from, the electric planet, whatever it's called. And it gets stone and concrete and refined concrete from Vulcanus. Surprised not doing it on Vulcanus? Doesn't really matter. The Vulcanus is doing the legendary stone, so that just happens here. So it just uses legendary calcite to make legendary stone. Whatever it makes, it just shovels it back into the lava. So all I want's the stone. This is an interesting recipe in that I want the junk, not the molten stuff. If I had the ability to, I'd pour the molten stuff back into the lava. I don't care about it. I just want I just want the other goods. And yeah, and then smelts it into brick. Somewhere, he makes it into concrete and refined concrete, which can then be, I think it's actually, it's used in these anyway. But it missing the triangles. Yeah, this is probably the most powerful way to get into quality by far. I didn't even see this one. This is really impressive. Just how quickly it went from 0 to just swimming in legendary stuff was ridiculous. I can't believe it. So, in terms of legendary stuff, thinking about that as a distraction, separate distraction to this thing being constructed. Oh yeah, you can't make legendary those yet though. That's a separate problem. It's got, oh yeah, and you can't make those either. And you're waiting for speed modules. Learn the asteroid method from Nielas? I learned it from Colonel Will. Presumably someone I'm not actually sure who came up with it first. But yeah, it makes sense. I must confess, even I dismissed it at first. Also, hello, ad break. I didn't think it was as powerful as it was, but yeah. It actually makes sense because you're really just handballing the same thing. Where is it? It's only two. Like I dismissed it because it was only two modules, but it nearly always produces an output, or every craft produces the same thing back. I assume it produces the same thing back. Yeah, yeah. Or it hands back something else, which means you're constantly applying a quality percentage to the same thing over and over and over again. I yeah, genuinely didn't appreciate it, and it's amazing. Also, hey Glacier, how you doing? One thing this platform is missing is rockets. It needs to go to Aquilo, so we can pick up Aquilo-based stuff and drop off Aquilo-based stuff. I'm also unsure about the future of the crafting system. It needs. I mean, this whole thing needs a remodel. I want to push the storage up. It's kind of funny actually now that I say this because this is how it was originally. Originally, I had all of the recyclers over this side and all the production over this side, and all of this side was just power, storage, and crafting. And then I sort of scooched this over here to try and help ease the load on that belt, which I might do. I might, if anything, what I would do is reverse the direction of the belt and have all of this be the basic tier level, and then go up to green, blue, purple, and then finally the legendary stuff way over here, or over here actually, so I can shuffle over into the hub a little easier. But these are all future me problems. Now me problems is no, you need to hold here. No, here. Nervous post hasn't been started yet. For now, I'll have to put up with regular rocket turrets. I'm not sure what recipe flickering unavoidable. Oh, there it is. Which one was the recipe? Oh, that one. Yeah, that needs some work. So it's meant to. Do you mean that one? I assume you mean that one, because that one is meant to lock in the recipe, but it's not locking in. It's only meant. Yeah, it's meant to reset when, like, it's meant to lock in the signal and then hold it there until it receives the craft, like the signal from the craft. Yeah, it's because all of the asteroids are in balance at the minute. Now, you. Where is Navis Post there? And what I'll do is I'll just use the same one twice. Just like that. There we go. Except you are going to be Fusion Platform Supply. Automate. Oh, yeah. Not smart enough to do it myself. I'm still faffing with it, trying to figure it out. This platform isn't. I'm quite happy with this one. I've been wanting to do a long, for some reason, we were talking about this last time. I sort of gravitated towards these, thin, wide ones, but I've always wondered what it takes to do a long, skinny platform, because apparently long, skinny's better. Cracking oil is always the go-to for circuits. It's a basket case for circuits for combinator logic. It's where it's at. Some of these have legendary thrusters. Huh. Are you waiting on anything? You're waiting on stack inserters. Less stuff to get hit behind kill and less to collect. Apparently it's faster. There is some resistance to it, but I don't know about that. And there's a few things like that 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 there have been remarks about from the developers. Let's change that to rare. It's going to be a fair effort to get legendary stack inserters going, unfortunately. Now that should be all, yeah, 0 now. Alright, we don't need you, we don't need you, we don't need you, you. There's gun turrets on here, regular gun turrets on here somewhere. Ah, I know. You turret upgrader. There is, yeah. You. That's right, because I was, so when I was planning this platform out, I was, yep, it's all rocket turrets now. When I was planning this rocket turret, when I was planning the platform out, I was setting the spacing by regular turrets. Hey, it's 55. How you doing? How you whiz? Yeah, I was using regular gun turrets to set the spacing because I like to set every platform as I like to set every platform to work by generally by non-quality items. So I have actually tested this platform as well at base quality, and it does work. Now, this thing needs a solar panel. All platforms to start power needs, at least something to kick it into gear. Wondering where I can cram this thing. It's like you're in the way. Maybe there? I like the part where I threw everything overboard, so now I don't even have the belts anymore. Right, we want 10 of you with a custom import of 10, like so. We need another... God dang it. Speaking of things I threw over the side, could just have a regular one. There. We want to empty the fluorocatine. That's why I hesitated on the pipes in the first place, and I didn't throw them over the side. There we go. I'm happy to throw the solar panels over the side now, though. The other thing is this thing has over 33 cargo bay, or 36 cargo bays. Petrol have solid only when heavy oil was very high. Oh yeah, the permutations of combinations you can do with the circuit controlled oil. You can do nearly anything. All right, so you're coming. Right, you don't need to send anymore. Yeah, I need power to do that. I could have plopped another solar panel in there, by the way. Yeah, like this has 3 panels over there. This thing has a few more panels over there. It just needs something to kick it into gear. A few panels there. There it is. Still cooking. And the fusion reactor also needs a little bit of power to kick it into gear. It consumes 10 megawatts of electricity to do its thing. Consumes 10 to make 250 in this case. It's not even animated, it's so slow. Why not, man? Yeah, you can do that. I have done that in the past. It didn't really matter. I really just wanted to get it out of this so I could cancel the order. It is but imminent. Oh yeah, you need fuel. There. Hello there, Monsieur Tucker of the YouTube variety. 2025 is kind, so far so good. Logistics, yeah, you can just make a yeah, just queue and place. I know, it's a thing. It's a thing. The test of a good platform design is how well it's able to start itself up. Where is Navis Post? There it is. I need to do the same thing to this one. Because I keep going to Aquilo Special. I'm going to keep... oh, you can... See, this one still has all the right crap. Let's see, platform supply, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, also, that from Nervous, 10. I'm going to do Megabase on Aquilo. So, funny you say that. The Megabase of Aquilo was actually quite small. Oh, mid-sized, really. Mid-sized. I do want to look at Aquilo at some point. Or is it? Have you started up yet? Yes, you have. Yep. If you go away, can all go away, that can all go away, that can all go away. Yep, it's all fully powered now. Alright, so now we'll just let you start up, really. That's all that's left to have happen. It's possible I have some lesser quality Kajigas down on the planet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Likewise, I can do that. But one design flaw is there isn't a solar panel just somewhere. That's probably the one thing that's working against this build. I think there was there was also a stray inserter there. Doop, 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 doop. I thought I saw purple then. Alrighty. Now this thing. Oh, you're on your way to Aquilo. You. I think it's just... Yeah, it's sort of centrally controlled. That's fine. There. Because you want to scoop up 20k from Aquilo. And that'll be your life. Alright, so we're ammoing up. This is good. I didn't... Oh, good. I was worried I think I clicked on the fusion reactor then. You are going to be cryogenic. You also... The decider. Also threw it overboard. So there. And to there. I'll move that one over there, just for convenience. Go. No, that doesn't actually work. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. So what I need is... Oh, that reaches. Alright, you... And... You... That's the one. We want an AND condition on that. So that... Whoop, rockets. Of which we have none at the minute. I'll say 600. We want that to be greater than, and say 800. That way the platform doesn't trundle off to Aquilo without ammo and rockets to actually deal with Aquilo. Excellent, you're all juiced up and ready to go. Okay. We don't need any more. Yeah, as soon as you, because Nervous has a request for it, as soon as you untick it, it ejects it, which is kind of annoying. But it kind of makes sense because it's on a request. Legendary Combinator for completion's sake. It's always baffled me that many times solar is the only way to start a factory if it won't be used for one of the solar efficiencies, only 1%. Yeah, you need something to kick it into gear. Like Aquilo itself needs solar to jumpstart nuclear. Oh, you can actually do it with nuclear without... No, you can't. You need solar to jumpstart Aquilo. At least to make it automated. Because you need something. Or do you? No, if you're there, then you can do it by hand. But if you want to do it remotely, you need solar to do something. There was a reason you needed solar. Oh, it was melting the water. That's right. It was running this. Melting the ice. That's the one. Yep, melting the ice. I knew there was a reason why you needed power. Just couldn't remember what it was. Also, concerningly, first the pump jacks are starting to run out. So, what that means for the future, don't know. We'll see. Funny enough, as a side note, since Tucker mentioned the Aquilo megabasing, I think I needed like 4 rows of science, and that was it. That was like all it actually needs. What I imagined it would be is just a big long bus, you know, and then each science thing. A Lucifer appears, hello. And then they can be fed into the rocket launch facility. Trains on Aquilo. I'm not ruling out trains to, run out to the fluorine and the lithium. But at the same time, it's not going to be much in the way of trains. And this fluorine is doing pretty well at the minute. I mean, between the mining productivity and the, and the resource drain being at 16% for these, it's not really draining them anymore. Like, this is still the first of the first patch. That's still the first lithium patch. That's still the first fluorine patch. What do you think about quality wagons? Since quality wagons offers no tangible benefits other than improvements in health, there's not really any point to using quality wagons. If it gave you more inventory size, I'd think about it. I think legendary... No, it was a mod as well. Legendary locos in a mod, I think gives you better acceleration and such. Yeah, but more gambling. And the thing is, it's sort of eliminated it. Like I've got, I mean, I am gambling on asteroids. Fagora is Fagoring. Um, but again, you just throw scale at it and it gets the job done. What are we at now? 48. Now you. No much sense megabasing with legendary qualities since a small base can yield everything. Yeah, that is the one thing that I have been sort of uh, wrestling with is the megabase kind of shrinks the size of everything. Like Glebber. So this is the only ultimate endgame Glebber that I have. That right there, if I put that there and put that there, that's 44,000, I think, 11,000. I'm pretty sure two of these was 22,000 science in minutes. One, two, done. It's ridiculous. I'm actually thinking I might be able to cram it like there and there, there and there. One, two. This is one I built for Will's game. I'm quite happy with it, so I'm happy to reuse it in this one. But yeah, that's all that Glebber needs. It's ridiculous. I might actually point it. If anything, I'd point it down. And yeah, you feed it from there and done. Doesn't even need that much in the way of agricultural stuff. Right, how are you looking? Starting to get rockets. Alright, so add station Aquilo. All requests satisfied. Inactivity. Shortcut condition. Tick greater than 0. I'm not going to keep the 300 seconds. Yeah. All requests satisfied. Those it will ignore because it's not local. A strong shape. It's a bit of a chub. It's a bit slender at the base. I mean, as an engineer, it's kind of an inevitability, really. All right. Show. What are we looking at? We're at 132. I mean, yeah. I was sort of doddering around it, but where's my book of Glebber there? Yeah. I mean, it's very much the same thing. It's an optimal design. It just happens to be the most optimal layout. Fun thing, faster trains can decrease net throughput of the rail. Why is that? Generally faster, better. But yeah, pretty much outside of Narvis, pretty much every other planet base becomes infinitely shrinking. Doesn't help they called it moldy. I mean, there is that. Or it's Ereticus. I was about to do something, I forgot what it was. Oh. Sorry, I didn't see that. There it is. What the... quality wagons, yep. There's a mod for hide territory as well. Oh, that actually works with the that's the was it Yuki trains, I think? It's been a while since I've seen it. Vanilla default enabled. Ooh. I mean, in saying that, it shrinks the size of the train, so I don't know how I feel about it. That's why I'm a bit on the fence with it, and I haven't committed to a mod that enables it. On the other hand, having more slots means that you can do more with the absurd scaling of the machines. Also, okay, there's a few high quality ones. I could just start up a quality grind on it. Alright. We need to send you via Gleber. Reason being is that I need this thing to start scooping up stuffs. Because that'll get this thing really going. You can pick up a little bit just hanging out over Novus, but yeah, look at that. Oh, it's full up on everything except for ice now. There you go. It's going at 505 as well, that's pretty good. It's actually better than what I thought it would do. Right, how are you doing? Max down explosives, it's cranking these things out. Calderon would be proud of the tentacles. He would be, yes. The only downside to this thing is there's still a little bit of negative space here. Like, there's still a little bit of unoccupied space. It's a little bit space inefficient over here. I would like it if the cargo bay... I mean, I had it down like here. But then this... You know, I want to scooch this over and get a little bit more space out of it. And I need to get the ammo out somehow. So that ended up there. Yeah, if I could squeeze some more space out of this thing, it would be nice. Potentially move the turrets and do that. Oh no, it can only jump over 2 because that's 8. 10 tiles, so 12 tiles it can't. Quality works on Kvorik's reprocessing. Probably not very well. Having said all that, beacons are probably somewhat unnecessary. Outside of this one here, because the bottleneck is this machine, it really needs more beacons. I suppose I could cram one possibly in there. Oh, that belt won't get through. Some of these beacons probably don't do anything. That is a good question. Oh, you. Yeah, you can do quality reprocessing. Problem is you need quality in... Oh, yeah. Need the quality input and output, though. You have hundreds and hundreds of empty tiles on some ships. Yeah, and here I am freaking out over having just tiny bits of negative space. This is why it takes me so long to build platforms. I'm going to go back to doing that. I wanted the stacks to sort of give an idea that it's holding stacks of things. I don't know if that really does it. What just defines it carrying crap? Need like that for a planet. I could use the solar system edge, but that's what the Go-Go Mobile's doing. Speaking of, curve rail, there's the placeholders. Yeah, that'll do. Harvest post platform. Got a few processors and 2 daisy chain for enriched. Ah. I do need to invest in That is actually a separate job. So where these two patches are, I'm thinking I'll set up some fuel enrichment, quality fuel enrichment, because I wanted to dive into the um, improving the nuclear fuel. Ethopacititis, Tarcoticitis, with the 9 months. Wow, that came out as a bit of a mess, but thank you very much for that. Ethos Pathos Tarkos. Ethos Parkos Tarkos. Ethos Tarko Patho. There you go. Thank you very much for the 9 months. Really appreciate that. Oh yeah. Sorry, I missed the Nugs thing before as well. I just saw it then. I might need to scale down the. I can. I had scaled up the chatty font size when I was doing benchtop stuff, and I left it that way. It means that I see less history. One qual, one prod per recipe is a viable way to get to legendary enriched uranium without recycling. So that would be an interesting one because you can process it over and over again and it gives the same material. Problem, I don't know actually. I have to think about it. I'd probably do it as just, would I do it with productivity? Problem is centrifuges kind of suck. That's the only remark I have to say on that. They do kind of suck. Oh, speaking of, where are centrifuges? There they are. Let's attempt quality centrifuges. I removed mining drills. Let's go to 50. So what happens? You get those. You get a starburst of thingies. Can't quality enrichment? Oh, okay. You physically can't put the modules in. Where's the quality demand? Yeah, you don't call for concrete, that's why. Is it there? Say 2000. It's just left. This one's also 438, 439. It's doing pretty well. Is it? Yeah, I changed it. Oh, its thrust fuel is not right. I mean, it's going. It's another one of those cases where just can't output, I think. Yeah. Sort of need 2 machines just to output enough. My AAA ship, this one. Which one's the AA? This one? This one's fairly... This one has some symmetry in it. This one had no intentions of being symmetric. This one kind of is. Throughput is infinite without pumps? Yeah, there's some weirdness with it outputting at higher flow rates. Like there's... Because of the way the pipe is, it... what's the best way to describe it? Because the pipe is full, like it just doesn't want to output at full rate. Like, it can't dump it fast enough. It's a problem I've noticed a few times. Because you see, it's actually output full. Like, the pipe's empty, but it can't output fast enough. Yeah. That'd be the best example. It just physically can't fill the pipe. It's a massive problem for No, the engines aren't full. They're sitting at like half, 2/3, 3/4. It's even more pronounced with foundries, with melting. You need to use both outputs, and it's still not enough. Yeah, like this thing's output full, but it's down. Throughput isn't actually infinite because there's a transfer limit. This stuff came a little later after the original pipe announcement stuff. Feels like old fluid system. Yeah, some old fluid system behaviors were re-added to the game. Not that those really matter. But, you go there. I actually shouldn't be crafting because that's actually pulled the modules out, which isn't good. It's very not good. What are the green circuits for? Legendary greens. It makes its own legendary green circuits. And then it can just drop them on planets. Doesn't really need to. Like, Narvis is really the support base for this platform. Oh yeah, it's still vast improvement on the old system, but yeah, it's not infinite teleporting. Yeah, I know, I pulled the modules out. That's why I sent it directly back here. Yeah, stop that noise. Stop that noise. Yeah, when you mark these on a platform, for whatever reason, it just straight up removes them. It's kind of dumb. I might set that to 5,000. You're 2,000. 2,000 probably fine. Same with stone. It just needs a lot of concrete. There we go. Off we go again. There we go. Yep, you got modules. Yeah, just gives a little bit more productivity. The speed at which I'm getting productivity modules as a side note is increasing. Right, I think you're free to now actually do stuff. $486. It's really weird. Yeah, this is the speed I was getting originally. 486, just under 500. I don't know what it is that makes it sort of kick up to 500. I don't quite understand why. Oh, yeah, see? There it goes. Now it's at 505. 506. Like, nothing's, as far as I can tell, nothing's really changed in the distribution of the fuel and oxidizer. It's all even. It's weird. It's also successfully getting to Aquilo. Was successfully getting to Aquilo. Not as successfully getting to Aquilo. Not quite sure what that was. You set... Yeah, you're for medium and small. I didn't actually catch what that was. Oh, the +10 drag. Yep, that would make sense. Although that was more than +10, I'm pretty sure. I didn't actually see what did the damage to. 5,000. Right, you just imparted yourself here. Can you just go back to Narvis, please? I probably should have made the Narvis Post platform this Aquilo platform. That would have made more sense, but I did want the legendary hub. Oh, it has 20 going. But shouldn't the base be plus 10? I don't know. Probably the only way around it is to actually do stronger explosives, but I need Gleber Science up and running again. It means I have to actually go to Gleber and fix things. Oh, of course. The total deviant difference is 20. I thought about that. I had a moment there, and the penny finally dropped. Yeah, the difference is 20. So you go from the pool minus 10 to plus. Yeah, I get it. A little slow on the uptake today. I mean, these are all actually fine being here. Actually using them. We don't want that. Ooh. 200. I don't want that in there. That. You. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. I think that's covers all bases. No, you can't platform to platform transfer, unfortunately. Alrighty. So what happens now? Jettison all of these overboard, I guess. Oh yeah, this thing would balls. Well, you're going back down. I mean, Narva's probably... Oh, well, yeah, Narva's can use it. What was demanding concrete? Oh, Quidlo. Probably to make silos, if I was to hazard a guess. I'll do a pass of every planet and just dump everything. Presumably this thing's just absolutely pegged trying to launch rockets. Yeah, it's trying to launch concrete. Yeah, you can throw it down and then launch it back up again. Having no platform-to-platform transport makes it really difficult to send promethium from one like you have a platform that gathers promethium and then you can't easily transfer it to another platform. Right, what does Fulgurot want? Why do you want carbon fiber? I don't remember. Circuit thingies. I also don't remember why. Oh, off to Aquilo then. I know what Aquilo needs. Get normal stone in space. And to drop on Gleba. I mean, you don't need stone on Gleba once you're established. And stone isn't impossible to come by. More heat. Oh, heating towers. That's probably what it's used on. Are you using, I might have been doing some quality crafting for something down here. Unless it was... No, it wasn't lightning collector. I really don't remember. Oh, that's right. The, oh, you make your own concrete anyway. It doesn't matter. Still sending batches of science down. You're almost in orbit. There we go. Let it rain. This'll empty most of the platform. Oh, it's gained so much stuff again. Keep balancing everything on Gleba. Keeps going off constantly. Gleba, I did go through this when we first set it up. Generally, some circuit conditions on inputting the raw materials. So like actually inserting the smooth brains and the wrinkle brains are wired to the belts. So we're reading like this whole belt here. You know, only when there's less than 200 jelly do we process wrinkle brains, and only when there's less than 200 smooth brains do we process smooth brains. Why are you backed up? That's not good. It's actually very not good. It inserts further down. After this brief distraction. Yeah, circuit conditions to not insert too much stuff. A mod to add stone in space. Be able to do all Nava science in space. I feel like that's done deliberately. I have a circuit condition, so usually what I do is I have two belts, one for raw materials and one for bioflux and nutrients. When you want to restart it, have a nutrients from spoilage assembly machine somewhere near the beginning of the build. Yeah, biolabs don't do work in space. They'd have to be regular labs. Biolabs only work on Navas. So no matter what you do, if you wanted a platform that does all science, it will always be a poor performer. Unfortunately. True. Just checking my previews. There we go. I can't see the YouTube preview straight up, so I need to check it periodically. Yeah, so I store spoilage in a chest, and then the inserter to make the nutrients, when there's less than 20 nutrients, it tries to jumpstart it. So the first thing that receives the nutrients is that, then the nutrients. It is possible for them to not make it down, but generally it does. So those two things there are pretty much what keeps is what is able to make Gleba always restart itself. Circuit controlling the inputs, at least early on, and having something to insert nutrients. The only thing that this thing can't do, or the one thing you could add to the logic is to check to see if there are actually a supply of both input materials. Because if you don't have wrinklies and smooths, it doesn't matter how much spoilage into nutrients you throw at it, it's never going to restart. But in general, as long as you have enough back pressure, it's fine. Wow, that's very moldy. Interesting. Yes, it's making so much stuff. Sure. This is also a blueprint that I made. That actually... Oh, it didn't. To you, to you, to you, to you. There we go. That'll shut them off. Inspires inside an underground belt? It does. Unfortunately, but it does. Ah, alright. Just back to Navis then. You know, I did a lot of back and forth testing, and I never ran into an asteroid crashing into the platform. And then here, it crashes into an asteroid crashes. I genuinely have no idea what happened. Other than they're just not big enough gun turrets to do damage. In previous platforms, I have like not put small into the filter. Oh. Oh no. Now told to ignore. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Jinlo, hello. Does your trains have some condition to start from yard? Breaks happen after a go every time. Or they happen when I'm not looking. So my trains, it uses this fairly simple, currently fairly simple system that I do need to improve on. So all it is go to, for the solids train, go to item load, fluids train goes to fluid load. When there's nothing to do, come to the yard. Yeah, that one. When it can't go to when it can't find a load point to go to, just come to here. These things are blocked out by circuit conditions, so the train stop is wired to the signal, and it's only allowed, the train limit is set by the green signal. So yeah, see that's one, one train out of 0 because there's a train there now, and that stops because it's bidirectional. It stops trains from allocating that can't go to it. So when a train parks in there, it turns it off. Otherwise, trains just sit at the outpost, waiting to find a job to go to. As I say, it's the simplest. It's not the best. The next improvement on it is actually having them bottle up in a secondary yard, either the same one or a different one. I haven't thought of a very elegant solution for it yet, though. That's another to do. I think you need a fairly a moderate amount of logic to have it to tell how many trains to go to outposts. How many outposts to unlock and allocate to trains. Up to a limit. Still get 2 trains allocated to the same slot. Better to wire station to each other. Yeah, that can happen. In the past, what I've done is I have actually cross-wired them to each other. I'd have to load up one of the old 1.1 saves. I'm trying to think of which one actually does it. There's a 1.1 save that does it. I remember doing that ages ago. I was just lazy on this one. I wanted something simple because I knew it was a problem coming. So have separate Vulcanus, pot and calcite ship. Yeah, so each ship is doing their own job. What are they doing? Like 20,000 of each currently. Gleber's doing Gleber things as well. Of course, I'm never looking at it when it happens. Oh, you see that? We're out of ammo. Okay, so it's a supply issue. So the reason that I haven't invested in, um, a requester and dispatcher, a request and supply dispatcher system is, yeah, you're not going to be able to replace you. Oh, never mind. Willow shall oblige. Oh. Narva's just 8, all 20,000. Okay then. Yeah, I would have thought these would be enough. I guess not. Maybe what I should do, make some only target small. Because it's usually the small ones that get it. I'll try that. Let's see. Navis. 13,000. Yeah, it ate all 20,000. You're still here. I mean, I'm happy to dump all this junk. What does Aquilo need? Apparently need. What do you need? Carbon fiber. Is it? Yeah, it was for quantum processors. You need triangles as well. So might as well just dump it all. That's why I sent the platform here. I don't remember what the supercapacitors were for. Why are they for Narvis? Narvis can have the lithium plate. What was you used in? Ah, foundation, okay. You might as well have barrels. Concrete, kind of. If I ever do any expansion, I'll need the concrete. Alright, and that's done. We'll go on to Gleba. Grind up quality quantum processing Aquilo rather than shipping legendary components in. Currently, I can't ship legendary components in, but that's a work in progress. I actually grind up fusion reactors and cryoplants on Aquilo currently. So I just craft the base one, grind it up, craft the successively higher tiers, and grind them up over and over again. It's a little more effective than grinding the intermediates. Although I could benefit from grinding them up. Actually, what can I... yeah, there's potential. There's potential. Yeah, I mean, generally making the final component and grinding it up, I found to be one of the more effective ways of doing it. It's mainly because it holds, 50 quantum processors, so when you recycle it and you get a higher quality proc back, those 50 quantums turn into 50 uncommon quantums. So there's a bit of an economy of scale there. It's ended up with quite a bit of stuff. There's a bit of an imbalance too because of the 200, 200, 250. So it means I'm going to always have a surplus of quantum processors. So I suppose in that regard, recycle grinding the excess wouldn't hurt. Alright, you... Clever. How are you doing? Still waiting for those. Still waiting for those. Ah, there we go. Everything springs to life now. And 0 beacons, yep. Those upcycling chains feel like cheating. And this doesn't feel like cheating? This is ridiculous, this is. Like, look at that. Look at all that coal. Oh, I suppose the iron plate's a little low. Look at all that steel, all those circuits. Just keeps on giving. That's like a cheat code, that is. Right, to Gleba. You. Yeah, I'll set those to only shoot the small one. In general, it's the overall probability is higher too. So with just recycling, you 75% chance to delete it. Nope, delivering stuff. Yep, we're going to do all that. Very good. Any garbage? No. Well, I got to configure it anyway. Like what I'm doing with the biter eggs, I'm just straight up processing them, so I'm deleting 75% every time one cycles. So I almost never see any rare biter eggs. I'd be better off crafting either biter spawners or probably biter spawners because 8 quality modules. I was thinking about biolabs as well because it's 10 biter eggs and it is a little simpler to make. It doesn't need the fluorocatine. The uranium's a bit of a problem though. But yeah, I don't know what happens if you recycle a captive biter spawner though. But it's a better chance at high quality eggs. They're biter spawners, yes. I'm just saying in general. It's just straight up dumping stuff. Sir, need you to return home, please. It's a bit of a slippery sausage. Without anything to do anymore. I was going to dump those potentially on Vulcanus, but I don't think it matters. There we go. I'll just leave that go. 400% up, 300% on thingies. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I mean, we're at 300% on steel if you use legendary 4 legendary prod mods, which is interesting. Ah, I think I've overloaded the thingy a little bit. I think I may have overloaded the storage as well. I like how when you trash unrequested, I think I pointed this out before, it doesn't touch decon planners, blueprints, and upgrade planners. It's very nice. There, I do know how to press LD sometimes. Legendary storage boxes, but don't those not give more... Oh no, they do give more storage. Never mind. Never mind. I forgot about that. Okay then, so you, legendary, you, legendary, you, legendary. Actually, I really shouldn't. The reason being, more storage slots is more UPS. Likely didn't touch them the first time they added the box and patch exclude them like 10 minutes after the button pressed. Probably. I mean, eventually this base is just going to eat that for breakfast, what I threw down there. Who's... Aquillo's pegged. It's probably because it's emptying the cargo bays. Do you even have storage which to speak of? I mean, it was about to go anyway, but eh. Where are you at? You... you are now into the platform graveyard. It's like a regular ship graveyard. It's just, you know, they're still in orbit, they're still doing things, but they're not actually contributing anymore. Ah, now it's receiving plate. No orbit decay. Oh, don't give people ideas. Be like the stupid bot thingy, attrition. Yeah, you don't need quality modules anymore. My ambitions of quality. So I intended to make a thingy of this all quality. Gonna call a job, alrighty. Yeah, I was planning on doing one of these just for quality, but then it turns out you don't actually need to do it. So glad I never implemented it because I was actually earmarking this space over here for just that purpose. Gotta figure out what I want to do for an actual base. So I want to do some legendary nuclear fuel down there where those two patches are. Because uranium, I don't think does much late game. I need to remind myself. No, it's just crafting the end products, but not the, like it's not a continuous drain. Usually end up with a nuclear facility anyway. And apart from anything else, this place is still using regular mining drills, not big mining drills. There's a few that are run out. This is their first uranium patch too, by the way. It's still going. Okay. How's Navis Post doing? Still receiving stuff. Yeah, Vulcanus. I need to get more silos up and running. So many themes for block, lava block, space block, oil block. Of course. Ah, that's upgraded. Excellent. Or at least nominally upgraded. Where's the hub? There. There. Turn that one off. Fusion. Yeah, I mean, it's got a fair amount of stuff already. Oh no. Just a lot of requests going on. Where is it? Navis Post. Actually requesting... What? It's dumb, but it doesn't hurt. Just for, you know, emergency purposes. What I need to do, so the next step after putting all of these into combinators is linking to this thing and setting requests. So instead of requesting it, instead of just requesting here, it requests by the same thing externally, but it takes into consideration um, the wider logistics network. Case in point, I mean, now's as good at no time like the present, so we say each multiplied by 1, outputs each. This is just a sanity check, because there's always stuff that's negative, so we don't want anything negative. So we're just filtering out all the garbage. Then we invert it, make it negative. We'll whittle this down to just what Volcanus wants. I'm probably going to have to name these to transfer them. The Volcanus legendary intermediates. Is there a general symbol I can use for intermediates? Probably like gears. Like that. This would be the Volcanus just other legendary requests. Like that. Ideally without deleting the Volcanus icon, like so. There we are. There's an E in there. There we go. So now... funny way that this system works. Oops. I didn't mean to delete that. I don't know why I clicked the delete button of the add section. I just put that one in, so on the other one. So each green each red and green greater than 0 outputs each. So yeah, factoring in everything, that's all it actually needs to request, not all this crap. So I don't need that anymore, and that anymore, and that anymore. I don't need a trash unrequested. Nope, down comes the garbage. Yep, making a horrible racket. I guess I just dropped all of the, I think I just dropped all of the legendary stuff on Volcanus just then. I mean, a good chunk of. I'm probably going to have to go rescue that stuff now. Especially the cryo plants, because cryo plants, legendary cryo plants are in short supply. But I might make that a future me problem. Right, how are you doing? You seem to be not dying as often, which is an improvement. In general... Ah, right, you... Very enterprising person could create a language using requests to communicate between planets and spaceships. Ooh. I suppose, what is it? You... there is potential in that idea. Because if I can, no, I can't read the logistics requests. I was thinking if I could read the ground requests and store them in a register. Oh, that's what's being sent to it. Like if I could read what the planet is asking for, I could store it and then carry it to a different planet. So it's not not an instantaneous signal. It has some latency, but you could carry a signal from one planet to the next, and that would be interesting. I would be keen on seeing that. You 498. It's still receiving the beams and the triangles. Very good, very good. I mean, that's now... We only spent 2 hours procrastinating on that. Show... Oh yeah, I turned that into a proper blueprint. I need to simplify the text of it though. What else was I trying to do? I'm trying to remember what the hell I was meant to be doing. Gets that way. Now, you do that please. Whilst I eliminate you. In theory, this should actually start backing up on eggs. In theory. These shouldn't be able to keep up. Oh, I guess it can keep up. Oh no, no, no. Yep, they're going into the buffer chest now. Preparing for megabasing by pouring your logistics into it, pretty much. Just, organising the logistics. I mean, Vulcanus is in a pretty good state right now. It can, I don't remember what it can crank out, but it can crank out a fair amount of science right now. Not that it really needs to, because, there's only like 2 sciences that really make use of it. I suppose that one. Oh, I know what I can do. So how's the Go-Go Mobile? A Rogomobile is actually completely built. So, no, we don't need that. We do need platform supply. In saying that, I might reinstate this one instead, because am I legitimately using? Sure. This thing isn't very good, I will admit. I will freely admit. It also has some supplies for rebuilding itself. Now, you also need to deliver on some of that. Oh. Well, I like to throw things overboard without really thinking. It's happened again. Also, for some reason, I was thinking about it unloading, and I don't need to do that. Just directly do that. Ah, postman Patters. Postman Pat? Yeah, Postman Pat back. Ooh, the science collector's getting pretty full. It's got 50,000 space science. Doing what it does best. Now. I was about to do something and I forgot what it was. It can't have been that important. Okay, that's coming. Ah, solar panels, that's what you need. Where are they? There. Yeah, and always need those solar panels. There's so much negative space on this platform. This is really just a going to the edge platform. This is not a particularly amazing platform. Must be very prolific. Postman Pat was very popular back in the day. It was very, yes, prolific. Once upon a time. It was a staple of ABC TV. Alright, does this have enough to even start? No. Stupid cat. Fireman Sam was another one that was quite popular. How about now? No. Nope. Bob the Builder, yeah. Look at it go. Alright, how about I do all of that? There. Is that enough to jump it into gear? You... Hmm. That was just draining. I guess these are, yeah, they're all charging. Yep, there it goes. Now I just got to press Control Z on everything frantically, and put the platform back in place. Alright, they're all juiced up. Very good. Get rid of that. Get out of here. Get out of here and get out of here. That all crap can get out of here. You can stay. trying to remember how well this thing works. It's a bit of a hodgepodge. It's probably one of those things where I'll just leave it to its devices. This cat looks sad with the droopy green eyes. Yeah, some very old thinking that goes into this one. I remember this one has throughput issues on the asteroid belt. Way too many railguns as well. Guess what? Can you point to the point of symmetry for this platform? Can you identify the point of symmetry? I'll give you a hint. It's right in front of you. On account of the fact that these are 3 tiles wide. Alright, that's starting to produce things. Excellent. And Bob the Builder's cat as a tractor. Yeah, it's right there, because there's 2 railguns. It's so unnecessary having 1 railgun in between every other thingy. I think I did kind of intend these to do mediums as well as bigs, though. Alright, how's the postal system doing? It's got plenty of space still. You can really jettison a lot of cargo if it needs to, because there's a limit on how much you can let go at once, depending on... Because it allocates a bay to launch, and that's what limits these from ejecting. And likewise, it limits what it can receive. It's like the bays can only receive, what is it, like, if it was science, it would be 32,000 per salvo of rockets launched. I mean, this is 35, plus 3, I think it is in this one. So 38. Yeah, it needs somewhere for the actual pod to... The game takes into consideration the pod actually entering and exiting the cargo bay. When you're launching a rocket, it's slightly different in that it receives them in cycles. So you can launch, 200,000 science all at once, but it will come into the bays in waves. It won't come, it won't stop a launch from happening. The only thing that stops a launch happening is if you completely fill the cargo and there's no room for anything more. The game only checks if the slot is full. It doesn't check, as a side note, if it will overfill it. So if there's room, if there's room for one inventory slot, the rocket will still send 10 slots worth, which means that 9 slots are going to explode all over the floor. Funny idea to close a reactor with hangars. Yeah, I mean, direct insertion. You only need 1 fusion generator. It doesn't actually have to be legendary. It can be uncommon, ideally. It peaks out just above 50 megawatts. So uncommon ones preferred, but you can run just all base tech. Alright, it's on the move. Do you actually have... Yeah, it's got the chests. There's only 1 landing pad on the planet. It will slow down launches from platforms no matter how many bays it has. Yeah, or you can speed it up by adding more bays, but yeah. Oh, you mean landing pads. You mean, yeah, the actual socket thing to receive, yes. Yeah, Vulcanus is surprisingly slow to receive stuff from space because it doesn't have many cargo bays. You can have only 1 bay or 1 cargo landing pad per planet, but you can... The more cargo bay extensions you add, the more storage it adds, and the more it can receive in parallel. So you see, this thing absolutely clobbers the planet with stuff. Because it has quite a few cargo bays to receive, and you see all the ports are opening to receive. Away it goes. Yeah, and that's how you overcome it. Right, bots, be merry. We do need to Megabase up Aquilo at some point. I've had a few ideas. I need to develop them further. It'll probably be... What I'm picturing is something similar to the Gleba one. Just be a straight line. I mean, Aquilo pretty much lends itself to being a main bus type situation. So, you have a straight bus going out. Each one of these will be the science, and I suspect it'll be self-contained. The calculations that I've done, so ice can be a common, potentially a common source, I'm not sure yet. But it's like with this, I think it was one of these or one of these sets up like an entire row of science. And that makes it self-contained. Mostly a pipe bus. Yeah, there's a few items on it. There's actually, it's interesting that these quantum processors don't go into the science. They're a completely separate product. It's so strange. Like, Aquilo science, cryoscience is sort of its own thing that exists separately. Potentially need central fluoroketone production separately. Again, not sure. Have to think about it. I suppose it's possible, because... Ammonoseal separation. You have 5 and 50. You need 3. So it needs a bit of that. You need 50 ammonia. So, and what was it? 3. And you made 5. This is before productivity. So there is a deficit of ice if I did it direct. Oh, good. You know, what I'm picturing. So what I'm picturing is the actual separation into ice and ammonia could be part of the science line. Oh, could be part of the science line. You just smelt that. But this could potentially sink more ammonia and actually compensate for it. Like even the fluoroketone could be its own entity. Like, and the entire line could be entirely self-contained. It seems somewhat inefficient though. I don't know. It seems... I mean, potentially, yeah. The ammonia could be common to... Like, could be made at each point. Strong holmium production? Kinda. I think, Fulgora needs attention, because I do need to crank it up. It's, it's not... It's really scaled to starter base levels. It's not really set up for the level that we're at now. And that's really the problem that I'm at, is that there's just so much to scale up right now. Realistically, this should probably be like 6, the volume that I want. Like, I need to build the, see, that should be called yard. Oh, that's where I got it from. I knew I got it from somewhere. Yeah. Read the signal and outputs train limit. I completely redid that as a new thing, not realizing that I'd already done it. That's funny. But yeah, I need to restart the Fagora plans and get things into gear. I need to deal with this mess. Get science out of here, because that'll simplify this scrap processing significantly. just need to think about how I want to deal with it. 1% holmium. Eventually, economy of scale. Like, I'm actually deleting holmium, or at least I was. Yeah, see, I'm down to 88,000 from 300 something thousand. Yeah, I've recycled, ground up 300,000 ore. Oh dear. I forgot about that. All right, can you just maybe do that for now? All right, so what happens if we put you in there? Nothing. How about now? How about we shove all of you in there? What comes out? Ah, they come back out. Oh, they do upgrade. Whoops. No, 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 no. You don't want to recycle those. Take a chance at recycling back. I mean, the answer is now in front of me. Is that you can't turn it back into biter eggs, so you do need to recycle grind eggs. Well, I got some rare ones now. Um, I'd like you to not be capturing those, please. Probably should grab rockets or something. It's interesting how easy it is to damage the my component to it compared to the biter one. Yeah, like actually doing damage to it is near impossible. But my one is really easy to break. Does it say what its hit points is? Yeah, 560. Oh, 330. What is the base? 350. I do have some... No, I don't have some blue ones. So yeah, that's now building up a supply of biter eggs, so I need to make that into a deficit. And the way to make that into a deficit is by grinding up more biter eggs. Epic one. There's one special machine here that deals with all the above green tier. There's like two that do green and one that does epic and rare eggs. Yeah, epic and rare. These do green. Damn right. Seen these nuts? Look at these nuts. These bitery nuts. They're very bitey. Right, you. Char. Yeah, I need to speed that up, I think. Blurp. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. Potentially... What do you need? You need that separately. See how much it need. One of these can feed the rest of science. And then, so what I was thinking is having... Probably send it up. Yeah, up. Can I actually... No. No, I can't. Aquilo. I suppose I could go south. Doesn't really matter. Potentially connect to these in the not too distant future, but it's sort of pointless. I mean, Gleber I know was probably next time you see Gleber, it's going to be packed down into a much smaller base. I'm going to pull up everything, nearly everything here. I might keep this rail here to scoop up the stone, and that's it. Get rid of the all that over there. Consolidate it all. Maybe have a simpler train system that goes down to science. You know, have the base stuff up here that's separate from the science down there. But yeah, all the rest of it is completely unnecessary. Oh, chart. How's the post doing? Oh, it's actually receiving. I mean, at least Gleber is supplying rare stack inserters. It's got that going for it. Vulcanus. There's a lot of things to do on Vulcanus. It's nearly time to end, by the way. Of course, I've not got just permanent distractions. Oh, I know what I need to do. At the very least, actually, before I do that, I don't want to do that actually. I want to deliver plate because I want to consolidate the smelting. Something I also need that I'm missing is steel smelting or production. I better turn all this on and actually get that done. Let's grab the rare foundries while I'm at it. What's the best productivity modules that we have? Oh, a decent number of epics. It's been slowly collecting. Alrighty. I think that's actually affecting the spider on Vulcanus as well. I really need to disentangle the those things. You can stay rare. You autosave. Some point I need to actually blueprint save a blueprint of all this stuff too. This rail. Do you know what? Put it there as a reminder. Get back in my pocket spots. Very good. My method on demolishers. My initial method was tank. Then what was the next method? Oh, hello train. It's just instinctive to dive out the way, isn't it? What was the next method? It was tank and then railgun in the end. Or finishing with railgun. Actually, I suppose it could go there and then there. You don't even need that one. Or that one. Such is the transition to higher tier quality stuff, finally. Yeah, I never really did the gun turret method, but it is possible. There is some arguments for it, because it's free and all. So the trick is, which ammo did you use though? Because it's what you wanted to use is cannon shells or uranium cannon shells. Uranium cannon shells preferred, at least early on. And you want to get some damage, physical damage up. Okay, normal uranium. You also need to really fairly precisely hit them on the face. Yeah, physical damage does the cannon shells. So you want to make sure to get this up. Also, shooting speed helps a lot too, because it means you can fire faster and pop out more damage, more faster. Overcome the healing. Yeah. I could send liquid out, and I probably will. They're back shooting? Yeah, you have to hit the head. Yeah, you have to hit the actual head part. It's the only part that takes damage. In fact, if we go over to Kevin, yeah. Oh, if you've been hitting this part, yeah, it doesn't really take. It does take damage, but it doesn't take a lot of damage. The most of the damage is when you hit the actual head segment. But we wouldn't shoot Kevin. I don't know why I called him Kevin. I just called the Demolisher Kevin. Because for some reason that sounds catchy. You. How's Kevin doing? Hey, he's, orbiting his territory. His mighty territory. Sometimes his neighbor pops by. His neighbor actually likes to go outside the territory. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Can't have interlopers leaving their territory. He's home alone. He is, yes. This is true. Now, you are not iron, you are steel. Share. Eventually I would do quality everything just because you can. It's a product. Plus 276%. It's nearly 300% there. How's science doing? 59 minutes at 4,400. That's intense. See, I need to get the bigger science base going because it's really struggling. Should be greater than too. Where did you go? Yeah, these are all... No, they're not. You... Or a drop off. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, the pickups should have been greater than, not less than. It's because there's no unload physically existing, or there might be a physical unload somewhere that I don't know where it is. It's possible I placed one down somewhere. Anyway, it'll probably come to life if it as soon as I build some though. Alright, so that means I don't need local smelting anymore. At least for iron. Still need ore though. The fact that it's red means that it probably not, yeah, doesn't exist. It's allocated to a station that doesn't exist. At least that's my theory. Right, what are you saying now? Yes, now it's not crossed out. It knows that it exists. Okay. Yeah, so I need a little bit of stone for concrete. Or do I? I think I do. I think what I also need to do... I'll wait for you to get out of here. What I'll do is cut all these poor trains off. Yeah, it's that too flappy version. Always has balance problems, this style of station. Coal is near non-existent. At least in consumption. So, right, I need to let those drain down, and then I need to slip in the replacements. Hmm. Having said that, I do kind of want to start exporting more stuff, like circuits. That's why I was sort of, it's in a bit of a weird state at the minute. What I really want to do is get everything out of here and really just like turn all of this into train unloaders that replace the existing functionality. So like change the circuits from actual production into unloads that go into here, because this thing's going to do the bulk of the work. I need to get rid of smelting so I can expand it. What I really need is, yeah, I need to replace all the production. I think is the answer. It's a bit of a learning experience because I've got to figure out what it exactly looks like. That's the tricky part. Hmm. And I keep avoiding it because there's so many other things to do. I need to keep away from Aquilo. This expansion has so many things to get distracted on. It's crazy. I'm also alright. So in that case, what we need to do is set up a bit of a plan. So we need just general busy work. Where starter base is, somewhere down there. Starter base. Alright, some crafting, supplies, supplies, crafting, all that sort of business. Then we need bulk circuit production. bulk red circuit production. Add tag. Bulk blue circuit production. We need oil base to export that. Power. I'm sort of holding on to nuclear for now just because fusion is still a little bit of a struggle, but I'll probably just find somewhere, maybe over there, or find a corner, find that as a corner to put it in. These probably just go north or something like that. And just stick power over there somewhere. Yeah, if things are a bit lost, then the answer is get organized. So we need labs. We need each of the sciences. I'll just do the one for now. A side project is uranium processing, which I'll do on patch. Like that. Alright, what's missing? What have I missed? Yeah, as I say, I'm going to hold on to nuclear power for Narvis just for now because it's a convenience as it stands. That'll change in the future. Yeah, what am I missing still? Labs. Oh, we need a way to launch. I can stay here for the most part. No space for Mega. Oh, this is just a bad map gen. For whatever reason, this one is very archipelago. The yeah, I think I turned up water or something. Normally it's not like this. In fact, I can actually show you. If I go to my test save from before it came out, this one, just for reference, in case there's any confusion, like, yeah, like look at all that space. Look at all this space going around. There's plenty of room for activities. This one also have it? Yeah, this one. Oh yeah, this is where the Go-Go Mobile actually came from. Yeah. Oh, that's an even older version of it. Damn. But yeah, it's not that the map gen's bad. It's just I just got a bad spawn. I didn't get this. This would be so much nicer to work with. But such is the way of the rail world sometimes. I'm actually thinking I might go up here for the actual base instead of over there, because that's actually quite a small island, whereas this seems to expand out. And worst case scenario, I can landfill most of this. Landfilling sucks. It really does. But it's not as bad up here. Hopefully this expands into more territory as well, in which case that is useful. That would be very useful. Just go rail world. That generally gets you where you want. I mean, I've got resources down very low and like it's... What have we got out here? 4 million over here, 2 million. Oh, that's actually a pretty generous one. 2 million, 4 million. Missing stone. Don't forget to search. Yeah. That's a bad spawn if you're not getting stone. 17% richness. I don't remember what the richness actually is. I think it is actually the minimum on the slider without going oppressively low. Oops. Damn it. I mean, it probably 17%, the minimum. Oh no, it's 25%. Oh yeah, I left coal at 100% on Vulcanus. It probably doesn't actually, yeah, it doesn't generate the same. Oh no, that is the same. Never mind. I mean, it looks pretty big from the preview there. I'm actually surprised Vulcanus doesn't change. Yeah, Vulcanus is the same. Because I thought this was made before the Vulcanus changes. I can cheat it and see what's further out that way. Just railway line out that way. Yeah, if anything, I think it's turned down the water by 2 notches like that. Coverage, I think. Yeah, coverage. Scale, keep it as it is, and just tone down the coverage, and then you'll get smaller lakes and just more landmass in general. I think Rail World, yeah, it's slightly bigger, so that's not as convenient. Hard to tell from that scale. Yeah. All right. So going back to the point at hand. So we use uranium processing, power. Power is an easy one to do in the background. Uranium processing is really just me picking up this and putting it over here and getting uranium off the trains. Max coverage turn Narvis into Aquilo. Probably would. Narvis water worlds aren't fun. That's run out. You can do something else. Yeah, those aren't too silly. Getting into 500,000 science is starting to get a little difficult. For this base to do, that is. Yeah, the steel processing 15 was a bit rough. Otherwise, as mining productivities, I'm kind of hesitant to do mining productivity just yet because I don't want. I'd like to at least pull up some of the starter patches. Having said that, I could just crank it out. Could do. I'm saving some of the damages for later. I want to do the Gleba ones, but I can't. I suppose I could always just continue ploughing through steel productivity. There was another one, that one. Yeah, scrap productivity is also worth doing. I forget what it is, like 21 is 21 or 31? 31 I think it is the limit. $25 because of the 50% thingy. Yeah. So those are the things that need to be done. I'm thinking about just doing them up here. I might just do them as... how will I do them? That's the ultimate question. That's all the things I'm figuring out. Like, do I want to do separate melting and then shipping the melted liquid? I don't really want to ship liquid ores around. That's why I did it all in one array like that. Need to do that for copper next. So we need copper plate. I sneeze. It's actually copper melting. Is there an icon for that? Yes. Casting would be good for circuits. There. Yeah, I probably don't need all of the plate. Just some of the plate. Let's see. You. yeah, so you only take iron plate. You don't actually take any liquid. Whereas you do. So I would have making green science, I would have a foundry running that, but I'll be shipping iron plate in. And I believe it's actually better to not cast the intermediates. That's why I'm also hesitant. So if you go, what I mean by that is if you melt the copper directly into wire, 5 molten makes 2 copper, whereas 20 makes 2 copper, which is equivalent to, what is that, 8? 8? 4. Whatever. But yeah, it works out that you have productivity on top of this, and then you have a second productivity step when you're crafting this in an assembly machine. Whereas if you go to the wire directly, you only have a single productivity step, and that's why I'm hesitant to do it. So by, I guess the best, yeah. You have this machine which has, 130% productivity on here, and then you have whatever the productivity is here, 100% plus 130%, or say 100% and 100% for whatever round numbers, or excluding productivity modules, 50 and 50. So you have 200%, 2 steps of 50% productivity versus 50% productivity. Going direct wire would cut down on UPS, similar to using lesser oil instead of advantage. That is again, the problem is that it's more machines, more inserters, more UPS. And ultimately, when it gets to a point where it really doesn't matter, when you're mining productivity, it pumps up so much. And once you get into legendary mining, legendary big mining drills, your drain is 8%, like the patch is infinite. Like this patch here is now, these 2 tungsten patches, 4.2, 3.8. Let's, when these were added, about 4.2 million, you were 3.8. The note to future me. And see how that changes over time. I'll be amazed if it actually drops. But yeah, you do raise a very good point, is that more machines is not good for UPS. Where'd that bar go? Compared to that, it's noticeably faster, 1.6. Ooh, I like it when I see the machine spinning. 273. 219. Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, just need to recycle. I think that's actually another one. Is we need a biter nursery. Somewhere. Maybe that can be down there. Instead of power there. That could be down like here, down by the water. Legendary big miners are honestly overtweaked. 8% means they're 6.2 times better than 50% usage-based quality. That's far better than any other legendary item. Yeah, because even the pump jacks aren't nearly that good. Do I have any somewhere? I'm sure I put some out. Maybe on Aquilo. Nope. Ah. Yes, it is a 16%. Yeah, the big miners are stupid. was sort of the thing they were going for, but I think it's a little bit overcooked. I mean, the funny thing is, if you tone it down to the similar level as the pump jacks, it's still ridiculous. What is, I keep getting distracted. What is the resource drain for that? 16%, yeah. It should really be like 25% or something. Not 16. That was a big drill. Yeah, 8%. Hundred 83 66 50 16 50 41 33 25. Yeah, it just falls off a cliff. Yeah. They're really not that hard to make. They genuinely aren't. I've got, I've got 30 here, but I do have the postal ship has most of them now. Yeah, it's got 100. Nervous has been eating them, and they are a bit more difficult to make than foundries, as I say, because I've got nearly 200 foundries now. The bottleneck is the triangles. Everything else is easy. All these things are, except for the triangles, red circuits, mining drills are all commodity items. I've got a chest full of them, except for the triangles. Actually, what can I do that can do more triangles? Oh, it's a liquid recipe, so I can't recycle it. Really just grinding up mining drills, really. Just make more, grind more, I think is the answer. See, I'm shredding triangles on Vulcanus to make them. To the point where this almost needs an upgrade again. Oh dear. Oh, it's struggling on ore, no wonder. I've actually, But yeah, my point still stands. It's not that difficult to make legendary big miners. Like our pump checks. Well, pump checks still are, except for on Aquilo. Aquilo has the non-infinite liquids. Yeah, pump jacks are still infinite. Or at least oil is. Yeah, even that's cranking out. I suppose it's struggling on engines. It's still full of those mining drills. This had quality modules on it. I should grind up the spoils of it. I mean, having said that, it was tricky getting to the point of making legendary. But even then, I was on rare for a long time. Rare was definitely easy. 100%. Yeah, so Bida Nursery, you can go over there. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe up there. There's a lot of indecision going on here. Value the space more than the oil on some pump jacks near spawn. I mean, yeah, I've built over the top of so many oil patches because, like, it's in the way. Get out of the way. What else do we need? What else does Nervous need? So we've got all the oil stuff. I need... Oh, concrete stays here. Rocket fuel is sort of... It's encompassing oil. Did I even put an oil tag down? Actually, where are oil? Crude oil, crud oil. I could put it. I mean, I'm just itching to put something there, and I could put oil there. Oh dear. Itching to put something there. Ah. Ah. Out of, oh yeah, because this is all drained out. Well, let's, because I'm having a change of plan, I might just reinstate this for now. It's a change of plan, but for the better. Yeah, I'll reinstate those and I'll do proper builds and just stack them up here. Just cram them in any old how. Power's getting moved again. Maybe oil down there, because there's a lot of room there. And I can, it'll end up being something like that, ultimately. This seems to be the go-to design of the, whatever you do in Space Age, you always end up with this design. It's just the ultimate way to go. But yeah, dedicated oil base. It can do all of this. I can literally just pick this up and put it down over there. It just needs to output rocket fuel. Rocket fuel. It needs to output plastic. I then need diesel gen on a trailer. Pretty much, isn't it? This is the indecision at work. There it is. I mean, realistically, I could probably lash these together. It's sad is if there's just single best design. Yeah, that's one of the things that's been disappointing is there's pretty much a single go-to for everything. There isn't really a there isn't nearly as much variance in endgame in this. It's 100% trains like this. I've been saying this all along. Ever since I started this, I was like, I've seen into the crystal ball into the future, and I don't like what I see. Case in point. I mean, you've seen Will's map. It's yeah. I mean, if I even look at this isn't even that well developed. I mean, maybe not look at that. It's probably best like there. This is what it turns into. That's what it pretty much comes to. Just a giant line of everything. The thing is, from a train perspective, it's not even that interesting too. Like having the just even being all train based, just having all this crap is yeah, not that it's not that interesting. Yeah, that's all it degenerates to. Also, fair play for like the koala logo. Fair play for cramming all of this into this specific layout. That's fairly impressive. Like having this standard design that's outputs and inputs. It's pretty cool. This one's also pretty hard coded. It always summons two trains, you know, because there's one in the stop, one in holding, one in purgatory. Same with any, yeah, loads and unloads. It's always two for this thing. Yeah, a giant koala. And a duck. Gotta have a duck. And legendary rails. Legendary rails. I was assured, I mentioned this, I bring this up again, I was assured it wasn't possible to do this by 3 or 4 separate developers that I wasn't allowed to do this. I wasn't supposed to be able to do this, and yet I was able to do it. The stacked rail ramps? Oh, you mean like that? Or some of the other pain that you see around here? There's a lot of there are some painful things going on here. Just trying to remember now. It's been a little while. Oh, that's his quality thing. Just grinds up modules for quality. Oh yeah, there's more of that crap. But yeah, you see how small Vulcanus is by comparison. Kleber. I mean, potential for trains, but not really necessary. Again, Fagora doesn't like none of the other planet. This was the thing that was really um, this was the thing that gave me the biggest hesitation with the game was that you see the other planets, and I mean we never got to Aquilo. Ducky did, but we never really got to. Sad train line, single track for 111. Yeah, like that's same for the scrap. It's just a 111 that doesn't like it's not really necessary. Vulcanus is probably the best for main base. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. Even Fagora has potential. But yeah, because you pull everything from lava, you could do a lot. Um, New year, new sleeping patterns. So I don't have work for another week, so I can stay up late. But yeah, like you just don't really need much in the way of. Oh yeah, this is old Vulcanus too. So coal should be really messed up. Calcite should be kind of wonky too. But anyway, I forget where the point is. Lucky you, lucky us. I mean, I haven't been capitalizing on the extra time properly. I'm actually in a bit in two minds as what to do for this year. Whether I've been talking about doing self-contained videos and playthroughs, but I haven't really followed through on it still. I mean, I've been talking for as long as I've been doing this. I've been talking about videos and never really followed through on it. Maybe this year is the year. Flashy light thing. So what this is when you get a new toy for the first time and you start playing around with it. And so in this case, we have 208 selectors that pick from this random number generator, a pseudo random number generator, before anyone complains. It's not actually that much of a random number generator. It does a bunch of things that then produce a sequence of random numbers, and then the selectors then pick randomly from it, which then sets intensities of the lamps. Capture them, feed them Gleber drugs. Now you hypnotize them. Yeah, this did get a bit of attention. I mean, that was version 1. There's version 2. What it does is I think this was the better random number generator. It breaks YouTube. It probably breaks a lot of compression. I think this one, yeah, this one selects individual intensities, whereas the other ones select packed RGB values. I randomized RGB values, but it didn't work too well. It's meant to like pick random, yeah, percent, 16 million, modulo 16. Meant to combine like it was meant to combine like individual RG and B random numbers, and yeah, it didn't work, unfortunately. And so it doesn't quite work. And this was all done on the afternoon of the last day, so I didn't really have the time to fix it properly. Torture chamber, yeah. Let me go into it one more time. Avert your eyes if you this thing could cause seizures if you're not careful. Um. Wow, that's terrible. It is on Old Crew playing together again. So I have been playing with Will last week, and then he switched games. But it is difficult to get the old crew back together just because of everyone's times. And I don't know what Exterminator's doing. I haven't seen Exterminator for a little while now. What's he up to? Has anyone heard from him actually? Maybe I'll poke him with a stick. Yeah, I don't think he's released a video. Uh, yeah, nothing since yeah, nothing much for a while. I was thinking about it yesterday actually. I hadn't heard anything from him in a while, and yeah. I'll have to go poke him or something. But anyway, I need to get out of here because it's nearly 10:30 and I'm just procrastinating right now. So I'm going to leave it there for today. There is a chance we'll get daytime streams, so keep an eye out for that if I get time to do that. Mod mech suit to collide with trains before exterm droids. Yes, yes. Even better is there was a incident that happened where it turns out if you put a logistics request for like he has a shiny oh never mind. If you have a shiny new, he had this shiny new Power Armor Mark II, and it turns out his construction bots would steal it from, unequip it from his body, and then give it to someone if you set it as a construction request in your armor slot. And so it led this hilarious situation where we were, Will and I was, we were setting our slots to Power Armor Mark II and then trashing them, and you could just see him running. It was just running through the air, watching it fly through the air and trying to chase after the bot carrying the armor. It was absolutely hilarious. Sadly, I think it's been patched, so it doesn't do it anymore. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Anyway, I need to get out of here. Also, hi, Maholic. Go follow Maholic. If you like Kiwi birds and Factorio, go check out Maholic. Yeah, I need to get out of here. It's way late. It's like after midnight for Maholic, so I can't keep you up too late. And yeah, thank you for watching, hanging out. As I say, keep an eye out for what would be morning streams for me. I'm going to try and squeeze them in when I can. I'm trying to do a bunch of other things as well at the same time. Doing a lot of cleanups and things. That's where I've been keeping busy. What else? That's it, yeah. Other than that, you know where to find me. There's that crap there. For YouTube. There's that there. It'll take about 5 years for it to actually show up. But it should show up, assuming I spelled it right. I'm anticipating a response from Nightbot. There it is. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. And appreciate you being here. And I shall see you next time. And bye for now. Yes. The problem with Tinker Stream, so addendum, Tinker Streams require me to actually know and understand and have parts on hand to actually tinker with things. And that's where it runs into a bit of a problem. Okay, that's the end of addendum. Okay, bye now.